In a country born out of conflict and killing, funerals are almost part of the landscape. For many in East Timor, life is a daily battle for survival, especially for the young. A mother lies exhausted on the delivery table, but her newborn baby is alive and healthy, not something that's taken for granted in one of the poorest countries in the world. East Timor, or Timor-Leste as it's also known, has the third highest fertility rate in the world. Over the last few years, the infant mortality rate has reached as high as nearly 13%. That's 130 babies for every 1,000 born. Walking through this cemetery, it's quite chilling when you notice just how many graves there are of young children. They're absolutely everywhere, and it seems as if infant mortality has touched just about every family in this country. Armando is a coffin maker in the capital. He works 16 hours a day to keep up with the huge demand. Most of the coffins he makes are for children. He told me it's sad, but it's good business. There are only 6 hospitals in East Timor to cater for a population of 1.2 million, and most don't come up to international standards. In Dili's National Hospital, the wards are overcrowded and basic. The nurse-to-patient ratio is 15:1, and there is a lack of equipment and trained staff, even though Timor is sitting on $5 billion of oil wealth. But the biggest problem is that many women still rely on traditional maternity methods and only seek help when it's too late. CHRISTINA waited too long to seek help, and her first baby died 2 weeks after being born 3 months prematurely.
I was very sad when she died. She was my firstborn. But I know a lot of women whose babies have died. It is normal.
Her baby is buried in the garden and she prays every day. She's had 3 children since, the youngest just a few weeks ago, which has eased the sadness. In East Timor, women give birth on average 7 times. Rates fluctuate wildly from year to year, but officially infant mortality rates for this year are around 6%, though unofficially they're said to be much higher, as many cases in the rural areas are never reported. Malnourishment is widespread, and with poor diet, pregnant women are prone to infection and sickness. Life for women and children in the countryside is old-fashioned and hard. Organisations like FUTURU try and ease the hardship through education.
It's really, really hard. There's people dying all the time. And in those places you can really see that people have no access to normal kind of basic infrastructure related. They don't have electricity, they don't have running water, they have to walk really, really far to get the water every day. And that their lives are really, really hard. And there's a lot of things like just basic technology could come in and help change those things.
That could take some time. East Timor is a devoutly Roman Catholic and traditional country. Abortion and birth control are difficult and touchy subjects. But in time, it is predicted that this new country will bring under control the infant mortality, the malnourishment and the infectious diseases. But that time could be anything up to 20 years from now. Tony Birtley, Jazeera, Dili.